And I'm going to introduce channels, Tom and AJ. And this is an interesting one, a very unique experience because they channel simultaneously together. And you've heard about people completing each other's sentences, but when you hear two channels together that are using one universal mind communicating, it's a whole other multidimensional experience for sure. So AJ and Tom, Thomas Workman and AJ, are intuitive channels and co-founders of Speaking from Source. AJ, an Arcturian starseed born in Melbourne, Australia, has a profound connection to the extraterrestrial realm and ancient Egypt. His spiritual gifts emerged in childhood, leading him toward a deep understanding of higher consciousness. In 2022, he embarked on a transformative journey to Egypt, where a special meditation inside the Great Pyramid in King's Chamber activated the consciousness grid and deepened his connection to ancient wisdom. Thomas, who holds a PhD in communication, discovered his spiritual gifts while working with a mentor in Washington, D.C. A lifelong learner, he's currently completing a doctorate in theocentric psychology, further expanding his knowledge of the mind, spirit, and higher consciousness. Since they both met in 2016, they have developed a unique ability to simultaneously channel the guides, a powerful collective of non-physical beings, including archangels, ascended masters, native ancestors, elementals, and intergalactic beings. So everybody, let's welcome Tom and AJ.
Hello, everybody.
We're so grateful to be here. Thank you so much for having us, Neil.
It's good to have you guys. I really appreciate everything that we've been doing together for the last couple of months, and I'm excited for today. So are we ready to go?
We are too. We are ready to go. And of course, the energies are quite high already for everyone in the group. And yet we still would like to, we'll go into trance ourselves. And we've learned to bring you all with us in that trance. So we'll do a collective meditation together and then invite in the guides who are quite pleasant. One of the differences that you'll note for us is that we tend to speak with one universal voice. So really our simultaneous channeling is in many cases an example of the collective wisdom that is in the single universal mind. And so you'll hear clearly some different perspectives as they come out to answer questions, but you'll mostly hear one voice,
Yes.
even though there are two of us.
And all of these different realms answer from their unique perspective, from the perspective of the one divine true source as well. So this is an energy transmission. So we invite you to really tune in to the sound and the energy of the guides as we answer your questions. And Neil, at the end on your final question, the guides love to give what's called the hug. It's a simple little energy transmission that they do to bring us into wholeness and oneness and well-being. And it's about 30 to 60 seconds. So if you're open to receiving that at the end of our transmission today, please do. And then we'll come back out of our trance and come back down to earth, so to speak. So Tom's going to lead us with 3 breaths and alignment meditation. And then we'll open up to the guides and your questions. We can hardly wait. See you
All
in a
right,
minute.
everyone. Please maintain your comfort. I'm sure you're comfortable as you are. I'm going to invite you to join me with 3 deep breaths in and out. In and out. In and out. So much of the vibrational frequency is set for us. But we encourage you at this moment to feel Mother Earth's energies, which are always there to ground you and to support you as you continue to feel your crown chakra, allowing in the divine light, a beautiful violet silver light, which joins with Mother Earth's beautiful reddish brown energies, igniting all of your chakra system. We open particularly our third eye, enabling us, as all of us have the ability to see out beyond this time and space into the etheric realm, allowing the beautiful indigo light to shine out from the middle of your forehead, opening the door beyond this time and space. We encourage you all to look out into this realm, for it is where Source is connecting with you. It is where the light, which also shines from within you, within your soul, as it is of the same light. And it is from this space that we call in our beloved guides, the guides of those all who are present as we form this large etheric table together to commune with all of the realms, to commune with the archangels and the ascended masters, the dragons and the earth spirits, the natives, and all of our ancestors. We invite you around this table. We ask that you assist AJ and I to communicate your downloads clearly and concisely for the greatest good of all of those who are listening. And we offer our gratitude for your surrounding us at this time.
Dearest ones, we are grateful for the opportunity to sit with you, as it were, and share in your collective's energy, the collective and consciousness, two paramount things we wish to discuss with you today, in addition to your questions. For energetically, there has been a shift in all humans and within Gaia herself, as the manifestations of consciousness and collective consciousness come bubbling forward for you individually in so many ways, often manifesting as what you would consider contrast or chaos, and yet not intended to inhibit you, but intended for you to make new conscious choices. This opportunity in alignment to make conscious higher choices at this time is the precipice before you.
Yes, you are ascending, but it is important that you are aware what you are ascending to. Yes, what is it that you are growing toward? For ascension is expansion, an expansion of your consciousness already occurring for you, has been occurring for you for quite some time. Your movement from third dimensional consciousness to fifth dimensional. But what is this advancement? The ability to receive information in ways you are not receiving it before. Most of you, sentinels, we like to call you, a step ahead of much of humanity. And as a step ahead, your ability to see beyond that which your eyes and your ears and your nose and your tongue and your skin are able to perceive. All of these elements are so very important for you to recognize, for you are ascending to the whole. Wholeness is what the universe seeks for you already. Our collective, we are collective. We work as one. You are ascending towards such a consciousness. Oneness is what many of you call this. And yet we encourage you now to recognize the separation that is still occurring upon your planet, within your humanity. The separation between you, even by name, your ability to say, I am John, you are not. I am Sally, you are not. Your ability to say, I am a this or I am a that. Your ability to say, I am a part of this organization or a part of this philosophy. What is coming for you, dear ones, beloveds, for you are deeply adored by Source. and none of you are excluded in this. What is coming for you is a collective consciousness where you are able to fully see one another and to understand your collective interdependent relationship with one another without judgment, without separation, understanding that you are a part of each other.
This is a vital part of your self-realization at this time, your ability to be unique and to express as it were your unique perspective, and yet align and be a part of the collective, a plus as it were, as you begin to experience more energies, more understandings, more insights, without the need to forego, as it were, your individualism. This is what we are experiencing in this moment as we share with your collective energies, as we gather in the circle, which is always complete, which is always whole, an important and unique understanding for you as you step into this aspect of the collective.
We are so anxious to hear from you. We are so anxious to commune with you. For this is the word we use, communion, which to us means the blending of our energies. This is your future, your ability to blend with one another, and you are doing it now. You are already connecting to a single mind, and we are so grateful for this time with you. And so we look forward to your questions.
Jay Rolf is asking, saying, I have telekinesis and control of the wind. What is my purpose?
So many of you are finding your connection to all the rest of the planet and its functions. You are learning about your abilities and your control, your ability to control time, to control elements, to control, most importantly, yourselves, your reactions, your emotions. You are in far greater control than you enable or allow, and we are delighted to hear that you are having fun exercising these elements. Does it separate you? No, as we have been saying. Instead, it is for your ability to recognize all the ways in which each of you are able to control. Note that your ability to do so is always surrounded around you. It is always designed to assist you. It is always designed to assist the area around you, for the universe cares about you. You may adjust your wind. You may adjust your sunshine. You may adjust many of the conditions. But most importantly, you may control your own mind so that there are no conditions necessary for you to feel the joy that is your birthright.
These gifts manifesting for you as a wonderful example of your connectedness to all things, your ability to shape reality, to see things not as immovable or impossible, but to integrate therein with those frequencies, enabling these abilities, as it were, to come forward. Yes, these abilities manifesting in you, others in others, as an example of your connectiveness, as you're coming into the consciousness of different aspects and frequencies that are on your planet at this time.
Such marvelous beings you are, such powerful beings you are, and it is our hope that you recognize these abilities, not superpowers, no. For this is a human story of wanting to overcome your circumstances, and yet you have already done so. You already have the freedom to overcome all of these. No, your power, your delightful power, is to recognize all that you are. For this is your purpose, all of you, to discover lifetime after lifetime, and even this lifetime, what it is that you are as an eternal soul, what it is that are your capacities. We love this word, capacities. For each of you have been blessed with specific capacities of your soul that are only discovered through experience after experience. Why? So many lifetimes are necessary for you, so that you may discover more about who and what you are. This is why we are so interested in communicating with you, for there are still many humans on your planet that are focused on quite superficial elements and are worried about their control over finances, or over their health, or over their body size or weight. These things are but a small shadow of the many abilities, capacities that are yours to discover, to explore, and to fully celebrate.
Are we going to experience a solar flash within the next 2 months? There's so many messages from higher realms confirming huge changes within a short period.
You are already experiencing these, dear ones. You are already feeling, perhaps today, in your own energetic body, you are already feeling the challenges of the energies, many of which are coming from the sun. And as we have said earlier, many that are coming then through the sun to the frequencies on your planet, called the Schumann resonance, is the words that you humans use. What we are suggesting to you is that you shall continue to see this, for its function, its purpose is your transformation. Do you know that every time that there is a peak in these energies from the sun, from the earth, that this peak awakens more humans? Are you prepared for many more of your brothers and sisters to join you, to become part of one? So important now as this occurs, that you welcome in all other souls, as we have said, for you are all one, you are all made of the same stuff. You are all part of the energies of the universe. And so, yes, you are seeing and shall see even greater intensity. And note, please, the outcome of these emerging energies, for you are seeing things coming to climax. You are seeing things coming to fully emergent, for your body has told you this for many years. In order for the infection, we shall call it, though it is not an infection, it is simply a way of being for you and your fellow humans all this time. But in order for the infection to become resolved, it must first come to its fullness. It must first emerge in all of its abilities. The fever must raise to a point, the boil must get to a size in order for all this to occur. And this is what these energies are here to do. Imagine then what shall continue to expand until humans have recognized their abilities, have joined together collectively, already beginning to occur. Noted then how these energies shall bring to a full boil these elements that now are ripe for consciousness. What is the question that you are asking in this consciousness? It is, we hope, what is it that I want? What is it that I desire? And as you connect with one another, you start to develop a collective desire. What is the world that we wish to live in? What is the political system? What is the economic system? How shall we be interdependent with one another in peace, in love, recognizing the universe as ultimately the source of love? This we would encourage each of you at this time, as these energies surge, to hold tight to your vision of the world you wish to see transformed into.
Indeed, dear ones. Notice the emerging consciousness that is coming with these frequencies, not aligned to fear, not aligned to catastrophe, not aligned to diminishment in any way, but only an expansion of consciousness and awareness, aligned with the intentions of the universe, which are designed to simply create and expand. These solar events, a natural occurrence of the sun that has been occurring for millennia, as it were. Indeed, with the moon, the alignment of the planets, your position within your galaxy, and the galaxy's position within the universe, all beautifully aligned with expanding consciousness and awareness, all beautifully unfolding like the rosebud as its petals bloom, so to speak.
Note, of course, that as you grow in this consciousness, responding to these energies, that you begin to see the collective universe. You begin to understand your relationship not just with one another, but with all the civilizations that are throughout the universe, waiting patiently for you to come online, waiting patiently for you to recognize their being as a part of your own, recognizing your connection, recognizing your collectivity, recognizing your unity.
Are all the natural disasters, wars, crime a cause for depopulation for a new Earth and a repeat of end of civilization for this new Earth?
Dearest ones, you must understand that it is a matter of your focused intention. It is very easy for you in your third dimensional physical realm to focus on such natural disasters, such calamities, as it were, those things that are immediately in front of you, such as dis-ease, for example, and to think or to draw a conclusion, create a story or an hypothesis, as it were. But we shall say to you that from our perspective, we only see the light, we only see the expansion, we only see your individual abilities to connect in the light with your everyday expressions, the celebrations you have with your births and your marriages, and so on and so forth. There is great light upon the planet should you choose to place your focus there. And notice as you do so, these other aspects, these coarser aspects of physicality, as it were, shall fall away from your reality as you create with new intentions the world in which you wish to live. Further, dear ones, note that it is impossible for creation, the universe as itself, to turn upon its own creation. There is only growth and expansion towards greater consciousness. You are always held, you are always carried.
We are saying, therefore, do not rush to your destruction. Do not rush to your elimination, for these are stories embedded into your society, your culture, for many millennia, designed to control. For we could tell you the next great earthquake or the next great cyclone or the next great disaster, and there are many. And yet, the question we would ask you is, and what shall you do with knowing this? Is there protection for you? No. There is instead choice. Listen to us carefully, for what we are saying is that each of you have a divine choice at all times. It is never judged. It is never measured. It is never protected. It is never prohibited. You are able to choose whatever you wish, including leaving the planet. And then any excuse will do. Any way or form, whether it be a flood, or it be a heat wave, or it be starvation, or it be an illness that comes and takes many of you conveniently who have made such a choice to leave this planet. This is always your choice. And therefore, should you choose to stay, should you choose to witness the transformation that you know is occurring for you, the positive transformation that does not require destruction, let us clarify, for we love to remind you that the universe is able to create and expand. Note, it never destroys, for no energy can be destroyed. It can only be reformatted. It can only be reformed. And therefore, your preoccupation with your destruction is unnecessary. Make your choice, for you may stay, you may go, you may leave at any time you wish, but you may stay, dear sentinels. You may remain and witness what you came to witness, for you made the decision for this time and space to watch a great transformation that shall occur even beyond your lifetime, naturally, but is at a critical point for you to observe and to contribute toward with your intention. Always your choice, never done upon you, for there is nothing that is working to oppose you. There is nothing at work to eliminate you.
Could you speak on underground beings in the North Pole region? And do you know anything about the Russian influence in the Arctic?
The influence, let us begin there, for there is great influence throughout with humans who are constantly seeking to claim territory. And yet you are seeing other energies of the earth, not in opposition, for there is no benefit to opposition. We hope you are able to hear us in this, for opposition is a choice many of you make. I shall stand opposed. I shall stand against those beings within the earth are not poised for opposition. They are not looking for war, but for harmony, and for recognizing the ways in which humans behave in claiming their territory, in holding. You asked earlier about unions and corporations, and the point is the same. For we wish to make it to you clearly that all of this comes from an understanding of limit and lack. All of it comes from the idea that there is a pie, you like to say, that has certain pieces and then runs out. And so everyone must have their peace. Listen to the logic of this from the universal perspective, which is unlimited, unbounded, in constant expansion for you, always growing and expanding. And yet, your humans, your leaders particularly, are working to claim and to take what they believe should be more of their piece of the pie. Earth herself reminds them through many, many forms that we are one, that you are one, and that there is plenty for all. And yet these squabbles that have gone on since the beginning of humanity continue until you are able to learn that you have everything you need and never need to take from another, for there is plenty for you and them.
And upon this realization shall come the integration of the many beings that live and exist in the many centers in and around and on the earth and in and around your solar system. As you step into, again, this collective understanding, realizing that there is only abundance, there is only opportunity to create and to co-create. Indeed, realizing that you yourself are a multi-dimensional being operating on several planes of existence, not just the physical. And with this in mind, understanding that there are many beings that operate on and within and around your earth that are not necessarily physical as well, those that are like beings, each and every one of us, yourselves included, merely frequencies, so to speak.
So many of you ask this question about power and where it is distributed and how it is distributed. And we are suggesting to you here that you have no enemies, for enemies are based upon the sense of lack that says that this has more than I and it is unfair. I should have rather than they. Enemies are separation at its purest form. For when you decide you are not me, and you are nothing like me, and you are nothing I wish to emulate, though I would gladly copy your power were I able, but I must defeat you to do so. None of this is a part of the universe's plan for all of you. And notice, we encourage you, asking the question, and how has it served you to have enemies? How has it helped you as a planet, as a humanity, to live opposed to one another, to suspect the worst of one another, rather than to expect the best? For those who are a part of another country are no different than you, for they are made of the same stuff, they carry the same dreams and intentions. This would be a lovely place to focus your attention.
Indeed, dear ones, this is the choice before you individually and collective right now, as you feel and experience the futility of opposition. It's unnecessary to bear arms, to fight, to oppose when there is collective understanding, there is abundance, and there is new opportunities for co-creations. When this is realized both in your own self-realization and in the collective, then you shall experience upon your earth the ascension you desire, the sweeping changes of transformation in your environment, in your consciousnesses, and in your abilities to manifest together.
2 nights ago, Richard is asking, saying, 2 nights ago, I was drawn to step outside before going to bed. The moon was out, and there was just one visible star in the sky. My sky tracker app said it was Arcturus. What is the significance of this?
Dearest one, a reminder of your connection to the Arcturians and Arcturus, your opportunity to connect with your star brothers and sisters, for we are present and we enable for you many opportunities to connect with us. Both seemingly in coincidence and yet entirely intentional. Always an opportunity, a gateway, as it were, to extend your consciousness beyond the mundane, again, to join in the circle and the larger collective for you to experience all that is.
You are all, you must know by now, controlled and most importantly held with great regard by the Galactic Federation. Its dominance for Earth is surrounded by the Arcturians, the Pleiadians, and the Syrians, who have had so much involvement in your development as a humanity, as a civilization. It is no surprise then that many of you, or the majority of you, come from one of these civilizations as a star being. What your ancestors have understood and the native elders have understood so very long is a part of your own consciousness, your own being, even your own DNA. And so it is never surprising that Arcturus, that the Pleiades, and that Sirius itself, the system, resonate with you, are easy for you to locate, appear for you clearly, for they are a part of your heritage. They are a part of your makeup. They are a part of your family. They are not alone. However, for some of you are from other systems. Some of you are related to and have incarnated in other systems, and these two are present, and these two seek to follow you and to learn from you, most with positive intentions, several with negative intentions, for they have not developed as well as the Arcturians, the Pleiadians, and the Syrians have. Yes, there are civilizations across your universe that are at different levels of development, and therefore some who carry much of the consciousness that humans carry, and yet you are observed carefully. You are guided gently by those civilizations that have expanded far beyond your consciousness, for good reason, out of love the universe has for you.
This a part of your asking, of your desire, as you integrate more fully with the totality of who it is and what it is that you are, and again step forward in the conscious decision to be a part of the collective. This effectively the ascension in practice.
What tools do you have for grounding?
You have a marvelous connection now with Mother Earth. You need to only use it. We begin with gravity, for it is easy for you to think spiritually and not recognize that everything, the physics, the science, all of it is connected. And so let us begin with the simplest way in which Mother Earth draws you to her, for it is impossible for most of you to fly, at least in your physical bodies, though you will likely do so in spirit often. But in your physical bodies, you are bound by gravity. And the question you should ask is why? How does this serve me? The answer is that Mother Earth draws you close, for you need her. You need her nutrients. You need her protection. You need her grounding, especially as you grow in your consciousness beyond her. What it means to be human begins to step beyond. You shall never escape, nor should you wish to. Earth hold with you, for she knows what you need. You do know that Earth has the unique ability to take any and all of what you discard and transform it from waste into nutrients. This is her gift to you. And so we begin by suggesting your consciousness. You're reminding yourself of Earth's desire to hold you close and allowing her to do so. The more that you are able to connect to her, through contact with her, whether that be ground or whether that be the plants that grow, even petting of your animals brings you closer to Mother Earth and her energies. And yet she is not there to sustain you alone. As we have indicated to you at our very beginning, it is her energies blended with that of divine that make you whole. And so allow her to do her part by simply acknowledging her. Many humans speak of ecology and the need to save her. Mother Gaia does not need your saving. She needs your collaboration. She needs your connection. She is looking for your appreciation and your love, for she adores you in great amounts. And so your grounding is connected to the energies of Mother Gaia and is there for a great purpose. Do thank her as often as you can and in as many ways as you can, for this reinforces your connection with her.
This the ancients knew well in their practices and understandings, even manifesting in their temples that were built on the various ley lines of consciousness upon your planet. Note how you come fully equipped with a chakra system that enables you to ground and anchor to Mother Earth, and yet to extend up into the divine and connect with your guides and the wisdom of all that is. Note also how you are fully furnished with everything you need as a physical being upon Gaia. The four elements, notably that of the wind and the atmosphere that enables the breath of consciousness that supports your life system, and indeed the great waters that hold knowledge, fire for transformation, earth for renewal, and the many stones and crystals that it provides for your support and well-being.
You have heard us say earlier that in fact your crystals are there to assist you, that they are emerging, and these are also ways in which the earth connects with you and will remind you of her bounty as she works with you. Why many of you wear a part of a creation of, if you will, Mother Earth herself, as she aligns with your chakras, as she creates these tools to assist your chakras, all in the colors of your chakras. And so, should you feel the need to ground, in addition to simply being connected to Earth physically, we recommend that you use those crystals those that represented the energies of Earth, those darker tones, the reddish browns that are plentiful in Mother Earth's crystals, and that you use those as a way to remind you, I am protected, I am held always, I may travel as far as I wish, and never worry about leaving ground, never feeling lost.
Thank you. Next question here. What are the timelines available for Earth in the Akashic records?
Indeed, dear one, there are multiple timelines available to you depending on your consciousness and perception of reality, and indeed the collective. And yet, there is the knowing and understanding that you, dear ones, are perfectly placed just as you are. There is always the conscious decision that you make as you return to an understanding of your divine being, your light, your ability to shine your light and to recognize the light and consciousness in others that then accelerates forward that timeline of consciousness and indeed the collective. This choice that is always made with you individually, these aspects of timelines that you talk about, jumping forward and backward and in various levels of consciousness, merely a construct, for you are perfectly placed right where you are. Your intention and your obligation, as it were, now simply to shine your light and make the most of the present moment, knowing you are divinely placed and everything is in accord.
Beloved beings, we are saying to you that what is important is your now. This moment, right now, for you have no control over your future beyond your intention. And we encourage you to say, which timeline would I wish to see? What is it that I am wanting? Many of you to push up this timeline of transformation. And yet we encourage you to collectively intend it. We would love for organizers like Neil to gather you together in whole and allow you to collectively meditate toward your intentions, toward the collective good, towards the highest and greatest good. And that is your control over these things. The Akashic records are written in the moment and are not intended for you to look ahead for. They are designed to assist you in seeing your journey and where it is leading and where it is going. We would recommend you then to focus upon the now and to remain in the now. We adore you, and yet we see you often looking for the places where you are not in control, as if some timeline were to work for you rather than with you. We remind you that all of ascension, all of consciousness occurs not to you, but through you and with you. It is you who choose and decide.
Beautiful. So note to everybody out there, we have about 10 minutes left. And so I'm going to skip the personal questions. I'm going to go to more collective ones. And if you've asked a few questions, I'm going to sort through for some people who haven't had the questions answered yet. So next one here. Why would beings, ETs, outside this construct want to communicate with us? How do we know if they want to communicate with us as an individual? I desire it intensely, but always feel my contact is made up by me or in my head.
We shall use a very simple analogy for this, dearest one. Therefore, it is easiest for you to think of. For should a new neighbor move into your neighborhood, and you decide you wish to pursue a relationship with that neighbor, you are forming a relationship with that neighbor and you, and not the collective of all neighbors. Though the collective of all neighbors may be what motivates your behavior in interaction, knowing what you wish a neighbor to be, what you wish for the relationship to be collectively. Yet it is always the individual. We shall also introduce to you an important concept of intersection, for there is constant intersectionality between all of you, moments of connection and disconnection that are occurring at all times, some connections for a lifetime, others for just moments. This is true across the universe as well. And so the neighbor in your neighborhood, these other beings who have drawn their attention toward you and you toward them, enable then, of course, an individual relationship, and yet are based upon your understanding of the collective. Is this friend or is this foe? Is based upon a collective assumption, a consciousness you have about those neighbors. And your behaviors occur in the same way, not just for you, but for them. Therefore, important for you to recognize and allow the types of relationships, intersections that you wish to have, not just with humans, but beyond. We would encourage you to begin with your humans.
Indeed, dear ones, and yet always based on your frequency. Note, even your relationships with others is based on your frequency. The level of happiness and joy and fulfillment and self-realization and nourishment that each and every one of your individual human relationships contained therein. And yet an important consideration as we come forward into these new relationships with you, both physically and in the non-physical, is that we come from the collective. We are always part of the collective consciousness. And so we do not come in opposition. We do not come in conflict. We simply match your vibrational resonance and invite you to have a seat at the table, as it were, knowing there is enough sharing, enough opportunity, enough insight, enough happiness, enough abundance for all at this table within this neighborhood. This an important consideration for you all as you come forward in developing these relationships with us. For although we are individual aspects, as you are individual aspects of the divine, we are wholly connected.
We would also wish to remind you that you have seen many stories and you have heard many tales of what is out in the universe and what beings exist for you. And therefore, you must work regularly to use any interconnections for the clarity of who this being truly is and what this being brings, recognizing that you have been tainted in your perceptions by many, many stories that humans have told. What a lovely example of how you are able to expand beyond any of the stories of your culture, of your civilization, and create new stories, and create stories that are reflective of the universe and not reflective of the fears of humans.
Thank you so much. We're at time now, so we're ready for a transmission.
We are so grateful for this collective sharing, and we feel the immense love in the hearts of each and every one of you as this recognition of your future, of your own self realization, of your own abilities to reach and recognize and connect with your own guides comes forward for you individually and collective at this time as you make new decisions about your relationships and the type of environment and world it is that you wish to create your reality around.
Remember that you are so deeply loved and adored. Never forget this, for this is how you conquer fear. This is how you succeed in recognizing that you are adored by the universe. As we depart, we wish to pass upon you just a small bit of the love the universe has for you, and we invite you to enable and allow as we are complete.
Thank you so much. That was wonderful. Golly, that felt
That went
great.
fast.
Yeah.
Beautiful. AJ and Tom, thank you so much. That was amazing.
Thank you.
We are so blessed and we're so delighted to have this opportunity, Neil. Thank you.
Yeah, appreciate you both. And one more time, your website for everybody?
Speakingfromsource.com, and there we have a monthly online channeling that you can join, as well as a Circle of Light community if you want to continue the dialogue with us and the guides.
But a great way to start is come on our website and simply sign up for Wisdom Wednesday, where we share an email free, a quote from the guides and a little explanation. A great way to stay connected to consciousness.
Yes, a great way to keep your frequency high.
And there were quite a few more questions we didn't get to. So if people want to have a channeling with you, private channeling, how would that work?
Yep.
Yeah, right. Once again, on our website, we've got a tab at the top there called personal sessions. You can book an individual session with us if you want to go for a deep dive, and we do a video recording and send you a transcript of that as well. Or if you want to join in a collective like this, come join us every month for Live with the Guides. It's only $33. You can sign up in advance, and you can ask your questions as part of the group, just like we did today. We do that each and every month, and it's a great, affordable way to be part of it all and experience the energy of the guides.
All one word, speakingfromsource.com.
Awesome. Thank you so much, guys. Appreciate
Thank
you
you,
both.
Neil.
Okay, we'll talk soon. Okay, take
Bye,
care.
everybody.